Good evening, Truth Sleuths and Horror Hounds. Welcome back for another episode review for Dragula Season 1, this time for Episode 3. We've got another guest tonight, and that would be Rhys. How are you doing tonight, Rhys?
Hey, feeling gay. How you doing?
I'm feeling fantastic. How are you ladies doing?
Good.
Yeah, doing great.
Alright, so this episode in particular was a Death Valley shoot with a zombie sort of theme going. We start like we have with the other episodes with some sort of opening scene. And this one, we have the Boulet brothers in their very first look with a bowl of blood a la Vlad Dragula of Tepish, talking about how much they're bored and they want something fun to go on. And good lord, I love this look. It is so fun.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it
They
is.
look beautiful. Always beautiful.
Like the little headpieces that they've got, the glasses, because they're obviously out in Death Valley, which is hot as a mofo. Like,
They look like the high priestesses or something, or the royal highnesses of the table. They just look so grand and elegant.
absolutely agree.
Yes, I love it. The paint,
Yeah.
the glasses, the head wrap /
The
vest.
nails.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
auto nails. I love the entire aesthetic. I really do. This is one of my favorite episodes of season 1.
The polish
It's-
of their looks contrasted with the desert is awesome.
Clocking that muscle as well in the corner there.
Yo, I'm gonna just go ahead and say that we're giving this a bangin'. I mean, that's really obvious.
Yeah.
Absolute banging.
Bangin'. After we have the opening scene, they basically meet up in the middle of downtown Los Angeles in half paint. It looks so awkward, but I think the most awkward part of this is that when Melissa B. Fierce comes in, Loris is the first person to hug her, and obviously in the last 2 episodes they've had problems this whole time. So I don't completely understand where that came from at all. It's just really weird.
But yeah, it's like they want to be all
Awkward.
friendly, and I don't think y'all are gonna kiki. Can y'all stop?
We've been watching, so we know.
This is fake as fuck. After that, we end up going to them in this trailer in the middle of nowhere. I don't know how they dealt with the heat, because there's clearly not any air conditioning in this metal trailer. And while they're getting ready, Foxy's throwing shade at Melissa B. Fierce because she helped her get in the top with covering her face and fixing her makeup. But her problem in this whole thing is, oh, I didn't do these tricks that I wanted to do, and I don't feel comfortable even though I was in the top. Huh?
Oh.
It was the weirdest thing that I've seen this season so far. Some bullshit. Some bullshit's what it is.
There seems to be a lot of fakeness so far in this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fakeness, and I like to say that I am allergic to BS, and I break out in hives when I see BS. So, I'm breaking out in hives, looking at this
Did you
stuff.
have to get the cream?
Yes, I had to get the cream. It was not fun.
That's good.
After that, we see the Boulet brothers in their second look, and once again, absolutely fantastic. They look so good, and they stuck with kind of the Victorian theme.
I'm getting alien vibes from the paint.
I am obsessed with this. I don't know if it's just the inner British person in me, I know, but I love the Victorian style with the no eyebrows, and like you said, the alien kind of look. It's so special to me. I don't know, I just love it.
Again, banging.
Definitely banging.
One more banging for the Boulet brothers, and now we can get on to the looks of the girls. The first one we have is Melissa B. Fierce, and I mean, it's a good look. It's definitely zombie. It reads that way, but the one thing that I'm not a fan of is that it's supposed to be an umbilical cord attached to a baby doll, but it doesn't look like that. It just looks like rope painted red, and it's kind of cheapy.
Yeah. Or it could just be like old red rope, but
Kind
I
of
mean-
put more kind of gross materials on it, make it a bit more
Yeah.
gooey. It just
Yeah.
looks a bit dry.
well, that explains what happened to the baby.
The cream cheese and grape jelly trick.
And I guess it's in the desert as well.
That's
Yeah.
true.
It is a good look though, and she's definitely giving zombies, so.
I think overall I'll give it a banging as well. I don't really have too much bad to say about it.
Yeah, I mean, she met the challenge. It's not bad. It could have been better executed, like just certain tweaks here and there, but she met the challenge. It's a good look.
It matches the brief a lot better than some of the rest of the queens, let's just say.
I will agree with you there. So I think overall we're gonna
Definitely.
give this one a banging as well, yeah?
Yep.
Dang, yeah.
Banging.
Banging. Next we have is Frankie Doom, and oh my god, this is one of my least favorite of these looks. What were you trying to go with? Were you trying to be a zombie mole nurse? I don't...
I'm a huge fan of Frankie, but this ain't it, babe. This ain't it. I'm sorry, I can't give you any credit for this one. Apart from the execution of the masked teeth type thing, it looks like they're made from nails. It doesn't match the brief though. The top half doesn't match with the bottom half. It's an
Yeah, I gotta say, it's just a fail on this one.
Yeah, I don't like it at all.
I'm trying to find something positive, and it's just not there.
Busted?
It's busted. It's busted.
busted
for me.
for me.
It's a very busted.
Big
for
ol'
me.
windshield crack busted.
I'm gonna say busted as well.
Next thing we've got is Loris, and while I like the look, does not at all read zombie to me whatsoever.
It's so disappointing that she gave such a good look, but it does not give off zombie. I think it could have, you know, with a bit more editing, kind of grunge it up a little bit.
It could use some
disappointing.
dirt and cobwebs and stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly, but it's a great look. It didn't meet the challenge.
Like it for something else in the big room, but not for this.
Personally, I would wear this myself, but it doesn't match the challenge. If it matched the challenge, it would be like 100% bang for me, but it just doesn't match the brief. I give it a very soft bang, only because it's very pretty and I don't know, there's just something about it that would really work for another challenge, but just this ain't it.
Busted!
It hurts to say it. It hurts to say it, but it's busted.
Next we have Foxy, Ajuia, and I'm not sure I like this, though I do get zombie out of it more than Loris's look.
I agree.
I agree, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it's the skirt part, the shape isn't there, it just doesn't work.
No, it's also really messily put together. Like, the skirt doesn't match with what she was going for up top. Like, if you went from waist up, it's not a bad look, but waist down,
100%.
absolutely just trashed. It looks like she basically got like a really tattered blanket and wrapped it around her waist and called it a day.
That's exactly what it looks like.
Or just scraps of various fabrics pinned together.
I also am not a fan of the fact that it looks like she's wearing two different shoes. Or is it just the fact that she doesn't have the same kind of stocking or sock on the inside of the frill? And it looks
I don't
really
know.
kind of weird
I think
to me.
it might be different shoes. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's hard
Is it
to
maybe
tell.
not, like, laced up properly, one of them, and the other one is laced up? I
That's
have
just
no idea.
lazy to me. I don't know what they were trying to go for with
What-
that.
Yeah, what was the point of doing
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say this is gonna be a busted for me.
Yeah.
I like it, but when you see the overall, I gotta go with busted.
Yeah, it's busted.
The next one we have is Sochi Mochi. This one's kind of funny. The look on her face in this picture just makes me giggle. But it definitely reads as a zombie to me.
Yeah, like 80s
Yeah.
rock and roll zombie is
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like groupie zombie.
I really also
Yeah.
like the fact that even in this picture, she's got one of her shoes is cocked in a weird way, kind of like with zombies, how like they have the limp leg and they drag it behind them. I enjoy that.
This makes me happy. This look just makes me happy. I see a full-fledged like character.
I feel like the hair could have a little bit of blood in it, a little bit of mud in it, but I like it overall, I really do.
It looks like she actually crawled out of the grave, which is not like a lot of the other girls. So for me, this is a bangin'.
Yeah, it's a
I
banging.
agree.
And the whole concept of it's fun.
Yes, exactly. It's so fun and it met the challenge. Can't say anything bad about it. Banging.
Second to last, we have Meatball, and there's a lot of reasons why I want to give this a busted. Mostly because if you look at it from just the picture, it doesn't look zombie. And for me, the performance on top of that, because what I didn't explain is that they had two different kind of performance things. They had the performance of the look itself, and then they had to pretend to be a zombie with a victim. Hers was just not zombie to me. Jumping on top of somebody and pretending to dry hump them does not give me zombie. I don't know any zombies, besides maybe one instance where it was kind of sexually charged. I don't know of any zombies that had any sort of sexual charge in attacking a victim.
It's all about the brain zombies.
Yeah, it's all
So-
about the flesh and the brains and just consuming. And that was not the performance that was given. It was just her smacking him a little bit like, Victoria, smack you on the face a couple times and just ride you like a stallion. Like, I get it, honey. He was cute, but that's not the challenge.
She wanted the wrong kind of flesh.
Yes.
Much so. She was really going for pretty instead of zombie.
so I'm giving it a
No.
busted.
I've got to go with busted for sure.
Yeah, it is for me too, because
Yeah.
it's not zombie, and the performance was.
Alright, so we're all giving this one a busted as well. Last but certainly not least, we have Vander. I like the look, and when she explained that this was like an older version of what zombies would look like, I get it, but this does not read as zombie to me. The look is fantastic. It's a gorgeous look.
Love it.
I love the mask. I just don't see zombie, and because of that, because it doesn't fit the brief, I'm gonna say busted.
I can't say busted. I love this look. I understand where she was coming from after she explained it. I gotta give it a banging on this one. It's a spectacular look.
I agree with that. I give it a banging as well. It doesn't match the brief 100%, but all the details, like with the fingers and the ribcage coming through the clothing. And I bought the story after she said it, but I bought the story that she made around it. And yeah, I gotta give it a banging.
Yeah, it's a banging for me, because I think about like some of the old art and the way that they did portray zombies. That is what it looks like. It's not the modern version of it.
I gave it a busted. Everybody else gives it banging, so it gets a banging. After all the looks, we find that Vander and Melissa B. Fierce win the challenge, with Foxy and Dolores being in the bottom and up for extermination. However, the Boulet brothers ask Vander if she would participate in the extermination challenge because they want to see if she can portray filth. And she agrees. In this particular challenge, I completely wussed out. I'm not gonna lie about that. I have a problem with people puking, so I stepped away to keep myself from having a problem on recording while they ate brains that looked like they were rotting. Pretty gross.
Yeah, I think Vander really delivered on that.
Face first, in the brains first.
Yes.
Good on Vander for that one. Brava.
Loris's little thing that she did was kind of cool, actually. How she said that she was a vegan for 2 years and just decided, do you know what, screw it, I'm gonna do this for the challenge. And I give her, no pun intended, I give her guts for that. You know, I really respect that.
I think I would have respected it more. Again, I didn't watch it, but from what was conveyed to me, she was grandstanding, and I would have been fine with it if she hadn't already grandstanded once before and done it in the way she had in this one, from what you guys have said. I would have given her props if it wasn't for that. She did the challenge. Good for her.
She very much could have got to it a little bit quicker, you know.
Yeah.
She kind of fucked around with trying to get her prosthetics off, and obviously her little speech, and it was kind of like, okay, just eat the bloody things now, come on.
Yeah. They all ate the brains. And we ended up finding out that Loris was saved and Foxy was the one eliminated. We get a little bit of a scene of her doing, ooh, piece of candy, with dollar bills up into a walk-in freezer where she's locked in and freezes to death. After that, we are left with 6 queens remaining. This was overall, I think, a pretty good episode. I liked the concept of being out in the middle of nowhere as zombies. I loved the little performances they had, and overall, I enjoyed the episode. What did you guys think?
I thought this was actually a pretty damn good episode. I liked the kind of on-location stuff. I think the challenge itself was pretty good, actually. The little acting parts was a little bit cheesy, but all of them were cheesy at the end of the day. I really liked the whole zombie out in the desert thing. I thought the whole episode was really cool.
It was fun. It was very entertaining to watch. In comparison to the previous episodes, this one was definitely a lot more fun.
This is my favorite episode by far of this season. The concept was great. The location was great. The looks were awesome. It was so entertaining. It was so entertaining. I dig it a lot.
All right. This was a fun little review of Dragula Season 1, Episode 3. Thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you in the next episode. Sweet nightmares. I wanted to take this time to thank my Patreons and channel members. Your support is so greatly appreciated, and I can't thank you enough. If you'd like to become a Patreon, there is a link in the description below, and if you'd like to become a channel member, just go ahead and click that join button and join the Truth Sleuths and Horror Hounds. All channel members and Patreons receive 24-hour access to videos prior to their public release and exclusive updates on my progress. After a certain tier, you can request that I do a certain topic or movie review, or you can even request that I do a game live stream, whichever works for you. At the highest tier, you not only get to choose the topic in which I cover, you get to either co-host the stream or the video that I do that covers said topic. no matter if it's one or multiple. Of course, this is not obligatory. If you want to support the channel, I greatly appreciate it. And once again, thank you so much.